back to the ID Books blog. Today I want to talk to you about a very favorite series of mine that is soon to stop being a trilogy because the fourth book is coming out and I am so excited, and I will be talking about the All Souls series. This has 3 books so far, so it was called the All Souls Trilogy, but it's now the All Souls Trilogy series. It's by Deborah Harkness and it's A Discovery of Witches, which is the first book. Then we have Shadow of Night. And then we have the Book of Life. These are library books, so I'll be getting my own very soon. But I did want you guys to see it. If you want to see the covers as well to guide yourself through, you can also go to my blog where I have an old review of them. But I wanted to do an audio review and a video review of it as well, because I just figured out that I didn't have one. See, this is the trilogy that got me out of my reading slump about 2 years ago. I was reading the Shade of Vampire books and I was done with it. I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was sort of like in the fence between, do I keep reading this, will it get any better, or would it not get any better, and should I just get something else? It's sort of what happens when a book doesn't actually fit your expectations, or in my case is what happened when the book didn't fit my expectations. So my friend told me, just never mind, look this up and I promise it will get you out of your reading slump. So it's actually one of the first reviews I ever did in the ID Books blog. Back then it was called the Supernatural blog. But anyways, I loved the books. I honestly did. I read them, I went through them. My friend was being very mean because she would not, under any circumstances, speak to me about what was going to happen. So she would only like give me little bits and snippets about something that might happen, and very inadvertently tell me what might happen about, but she really didn't tell me anything. And at the time the book completely shocked me, because what you think is going to happen, it completely turns into something else. Honestly, it is one of those books that you open up and you might as well just clear your mind, because nothing that you think is going to happen will happen. Or maybe 1 or 2 things will, but really not the whole thing. The trauma of the book centers on Diana Bishop. She is a witch, and it's not that she doesn't want to, well, it is. She does not want to be a witch, in the sense that she does not want to mess with magic, because magic is what tore her family apart at one point. So she's a professor at Oxford, and she specializes in decrypting alchemist formulas and stuff like that. So she pretty much gets this old, very old ancient books that had to be specifically cared for and such, and she gets a feeling for them. She's not very aware of what she's doing is magical. She doesn't really want to do anything magical, and she counts as many times in a year she has actually, as she puts it, slipped up and used magic. But anyways, it's one of those books that has anything on it. I love a good romance, first of all, and this definitely delivers in more than one way, honestly. But I do love a good romance. I love the fact that it's historic. Deborah Harkness is actually a historian, so it will be at some point a fictional story, but still at some point it is sort of accurate history that she's putting out there. Basically a world where witches, vampires, and demons exist, and they have a covenant, which means that they have an agreement not to do several things. One of them is do not mix with one another, because that is just illegal and bad. And of course Matthew and Diana, they just go completely against that particular rule. And it's sort of what happens after they get to the consequences of it. There's secrets, there's intrigue, there is violence, so it will get, that's all I'm saying. There's violence, there's a lot of characters. Like, seriously, how did she manage to put everybody in there at some point in time as the main character is beyond me. You always follow Diana and Matthew from Diana's point of view, every time. But you would always get another character in between there that will be, it will inevitably become one of your favorites, and they sort of explain themselves and what they do, and what they do at some point in time. So if you're looking for something that pretty much has everything on it, go ahead and have at it, because it is amazing. Exciting news about this book is that they're actually going to be a fourth one. 2017 is going to be the release of The Serpent's Mirror, which is going to be from Matthew's perspective when he had not met Diana just yet. And this is going to be interesting. I do not want to give anything away for those of you who have not read the books, because if I tell you, you will know something like this would happen. And part of the awesome experience of just reading these books is not knowing what is actually going to happen. Sometimes when you read a book, you're sort of able to guess who would be who, like what person would be sort of like the evil one, and what to expect from the other characters. Believe me, honestly, in this one, just give up and just read it. I actually have a rule: do not start any of these books past 10 p.m. and that is just for me, because I'm a very easy insomniac. And if I start to read one of these, then I will not finish until I actually finish the book. So be mindful of that. If you have it in your hand, you will probably go for a long read, because they're very, very enticing and they grab you on and do not let go. I mean, the next time you will get your head up, you'll be like, I just missed lunch because of this. Believe me, it's just like that. But they're amazing, they're enticing, they're everything that I want in a book. And if you're in a really, really bad reading slump, this would guarantee to get you out of it, honestly. So I think that's it. I rate all of them a 5-star anytime. A Discovery of Witches, A Shadow of Night, and The Book of Life. They're all amazing, they're incredibly well written, and I'm sure well researched as well. Especially because she has to make them work with what her story is in those historically known sort of places throughout history. And of course, being vampires and demons in these books, they tend to live a lot longer than witches or humans. Therefore, a story is going to be a very, very important actual character in the books as well. Okay, so that's it for you guys, because if I keep going, I will tell you the book, and I'm really trying to not to do that. I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you soon with another review. Of course, you can always hear them as well on Spreaker, the app. The IG Books blog has an audio review site in there as well if you wanted to go ahead and do that. There's also the blog, which I will be posting another review of the same series in there as well very, very soon. And the next one coming in will be the selection series that I am currently finishing reading. I am debating whether I should read or not the hair, not hair, you know, the air, oh, the air, there, the air. That's Spanish for you. Anyways, the air. I'm debating whether I should read it or not, just because it's 20 years after and the same thing is going on. You know what I mean? So if you want to go ahead and leave in the comments if I should or not read it. Yeah, if you've already read it and what do you think, that'll be awesome for me. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.